Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Ultimate Bucket List, and on today's show, I'm here at the Calanques National Park. One of the prettiest national parks you'll come to here in France. It's relatively little known in Europe and it's not really a major tourist attraction, but it's incredibly beautiful and I highly recommend that you come here once in your life. The national park is vast and there's several places that you could go to actually see this thing. I decided to come to Calanques, which is the closest section of the national park to Marseille. Now it's dead easy to get to. Simply get on a bus from Castellane metro station, take the number 19 all the way to the end of the line, and then take the number 20 to the end of the line and you'll roughly get to the foot of the Calanques National Park. But halfway in between, you'll actually stop off here, the town of Montrose. This is a sleepy French fishing village, but as you can tell from my drone footage, it's actually very picturesque. There's plenty of things to look at, whether it's the rustic scenery, or this fishing village, or climbing the rocks that form the sea barrier. It's actually all pretty damn interesting, and it's a lovely stop-off point so that you're not sitting at a bus stop. It's actually quite cool to walk around and explore the place. But anyway, once you get back on the number 20 bus, enjoy the scenic bus tour because it shows you some various beautiful sights. But when the bus drops you off, you're left with some stunning views literally all around you. You're literally on the coast, and here at this amazing lookout point, you can see some amazing sights. As you can tell from this footage, it's actually pretty awesome from the air as well. Seriously, this is actually what it looks like. And no matter what direction you look at, it's actually very pretty. You would think that you're in Colorado or something with these rocks, but you're not. You're actually in the south of France. And you can tell because of these crystal blue waters, the rocky coves, it's actually very, very nice indeed. This is the town of Calanques itself, and as you can imagine, it's a small town on the foot of the hills. There's this lovely French restaurant that all the locals and tourists kind of congregate around, but in general, the town itself, well, there's not really much to it, so I highly recommend that you don't spend too much time exploring that. Having said that, you'll still need to walk through the town in order to get to the public footpaths, which are all perfectly signposted. It will tell you which way to go for which rocks, so that's quite handy. One thing they don't tell you is that it's steep.
Holy crap guys, it's really tiring climbing up here. If you like exercise and you want to explore natural beauty, this place definitely does have it. This is just like being in Sedona all over again, except that the rocks are white, not red. But generally the same kind of thing.
I'm seriously not kidding, it can get pretty steep and pretty treacherous in some places, but the views more than make up for the massive amount of effort to climb up here.
Guys, take a look at that! Holy cow! What a great view! Definitely worth climbing up for, seriously. Holy cow!
So I decided to climb as far as I humanly could up into the point where that big rock went vertical, and decided to fire up my drone in the strong winds to try and get some footage.
Okay guys, just to show you where I'm at, don't know if the audio is working, but here is where my view is. And here's where I'm looking up to. Seriously, look at that, huh? How cool!
So the footage looks pretty cool, I gotta admit, but when flying the drone I noticed this hut on another hill. And you know what, seeing as though I'm here, I might as well go and see what that thing is. Climbing down towards the hut is a lot easier than trying to climb up that big hill. I highly recommend that you stick to the footpaths and not try and make your own path and risk life and limb like I did. I'm not entirely sure what this hut is from a distance, and even when you get closer to it, you're still pretty much not sure what this thing actually is. When you do finally climb up to it, you'll be, well, disappointed because there's really nothing there. It looks fairly freshly plastered, so I don't know if they're making this into an exhibit or a security hut or some kind of depot, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's pretty empty. But that doesn't detract away from the, oh hey, hello fellow photographer. It doesn't detract away from the fact that you have a 360-degree view of the Calanques National Park from here. That big rock that I've just climbed up, and where I started there on the ground. Take some time to absorb the views here, guys. This is a lovely stop-off point. And I highly recommend that you stop off here and take some lovely pictures before the long climb down.
Sometimes the paths aren't immediately obvious, so you're just going to have to decide which way to go, left or right, and hopefully whichever way you go leads you to the place that you want to go. Me, I'm a lefty, I'm going left.
Now admittedly, this is just Calanques, just one section of the Calanques National Park. There's actually several places that you can go to, and admittedly I didn't have time to explore them all, so on the screen is some footage of various other parts of the Calanques should you choose to go there, and also how to get there with public transport. One thing that I do definitely want to see is Cassis. This is a town that's on the complete opposite side of the Calanques, and it looks absolutely amazing. I think you need to take a train here from Marseille, but if I had a few more days, and I will be back here someday, I'm definitely checking this place out in a lot more detail.
Okay Nin, I'm sold. What do I do? Well, you need to come here to the Calanques National Forest. It's situated right here in Marseille, and the public transport network is actually quite good, so getting here really isn't that much of a problem. To get here, you take the number 19 bus from Castellan metro station, ride it until the end of the line, and then get on bus 20 and ride it until the end of the line. So this place is pretty easy to find with public transport. If you're driving, it's very straightforward, but the roads down here are pretty narrow, so bear that in mind if you are driving, as the roads can get quite bumpy and quite narrow. The cost to do this? Well, it's completely free of charge. They don't charge like the Grand Canyon, and to be honest, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Is there anything else I need to know? Yes, various parts of it are very steep, so bear that in mind when you're coming here. And even though technically we're on the Mediterranean and it's lovely and sunny today, the weather can change here quite quickly as well, so bear that in mind if you are coming here. Wear outdoorsy gear and I think you'll be absolutely fine. It's very gravelly in places and you'll slip and slide a lot, so if you're not a big fan of hiking up the steep bits like me, stick to the paths, you'll be okay. I highly recommend that you do this once in your life, especially if you come here to Marseille. If you like this video, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Comment on the comment section below, and if you've got any other suggestions for bucket list ideas, tweet them at me. And if I get enough suggestions, I'll go ahead and do that. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Definitely worth. Shit, I don't even know my words anymore. It really is lovely here, I'm not kidding. Sometimes I'm guilty of not sitting back and enjoying what I'm doing because I'm too busy filming for you guys, but yeah, oh man, this is totally pretty.